Hey, how you doing? Pete McCall, host the All About Fitness podcast. You know, I've been trying to show you workouts from home, stuff that you can do inside. I'm also going to show you a couple things outside, practicing, as you can see, responsible social distancing. So I am out, I'm not in a park because in California, we're not supposed to use parks. I get that. I'm in kind of like this cul-de-sac, dead end area in my neighborhood. There's nobody around here. It's kind of like the end of a road, you know, so there's empty space around me here. I figured this is a good safe space to be. Obviously there's nobody around, and what I'm doing is what's called a lunge matrix. Matrix means moving in all planes of motion, moving in all directions. So I showed you a forward lunge with the reach to the ground. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. Right now, I'm showing you a lateral lunge with a reach for the ground and reach for the ground. What that does is automatically create hip flexion and pushes my weight back in my hip. So reach down, push that weight back. Reach down, you automatically push that weight back, and you make that work a lot more about the glute. Now watch a regular side lunge. If I don't reach for the ground, there's a tendency for that knee to go where you don't want that knee to go. But if you do a side lunge and reach for the ground, you automatically put that work right in the hip. So doing a little tweak to a lunge, like reaching for the ground, is a great option. So I showed you the forward lunge to reach. I showed you the side lunge to reach. Rotate and reach for the ground. Rotate and reach for the ground. Nice and steady. So as you reach, as you do this, you're actually lengthening the muscles. And I'll talk about the benefits for that in a second. So that's a very easy little matrix that you can do. If you're tired of working out indoors and you want to get outside for some fresh air, simply forward lunge, keep that back leg straight. You lengthen all that tissue in the back leg. Lengthening tissue, specifically your tendons, your fascia, and your elastic connective tissue, lengthening tissue is one of the best ways to strengthen it. So if we don't have access to a lot of weight, you don't want to carry a lot of weight outdoors with you, who wants to do that? Doing these reaches increases the tensile strength. You're lengthening that under resistance. So there's a forward lunge to reach. This is now that transverse plane lunge. This foot stays at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna drop and reach. Drop and reach. And when you do this, you lengthen all those muscles right on the inner thigh. You're getting a huge inner thigh stretch. So if you really want to feel your inner thighs the day after a workout, try some of these transverse plane reaches for the ground. Let me show you with the other leg now, this direction. This leg stays straight. I'm gonna drop back and pull. Lengthen, shorten. I'm lengthening under resistance, so I'm putting that tensile strength right into that tissue. If you want to make muscle stronger, you load muscle against an external resistance. But if you want to make your connective tissue stronger, if you want to make your fascia stronger, you lengthen under resistance. Now that's a little lunge matrix, my last little lunge series here, reverse crossover. Some people might call these a curtsy lunge. As a guy, I don't curtsy. I'm sinking back into the hip. Again, reaching for the ground creates more flexion. Reaching for the ground creates more flexion. So I'll show you from the side. Step back, sink. Back and sink. Back, sink into the hip. Step back and sink into the hip. Another time from this direction. So I'm gonna step, stretch, lengthen. Step, stretch, and lengthen. Lengthen, lengthen. So that's moving, that's 4 different lunges: forward, side, rotation, and reverse crossover. The last little series I'm gonna show you, a little single leg squat. So balance on one foot, keep that foot pressed into the ground, squat down and push up. Now, I'm not gonna tell you to activate your core. If you wanna activate your core, push the foot into the ground. And I mean that. The harder you push the foot into the ground, the more the muscles that stabilize your spine turn on. So anytime you're doing an exercise, if you want to activate that core, push the foot into the ground. Now watch this option. I have a bad ankle here. So I'm going to use my other foot as a kickstand, then come up with one leg. Kickstand down, come up with one leg. So I support myself on the way down and come up. Support myself on the way down and come up. Giving you a couple different views here. There we go. there you have it. If you like that information, subscribe to my website, PeteMcCallFitness.com. If you go to my website, you subscribe to my mailing list, I'll send you a chapter from my book, Smarter Workouts, The Science of Exercise Made Simple. Not only will I send you a chapter, I'll send you a bodyweight workout that allows you to work out anywhere you can take your body, such as outdoors, in-home, or wherever you might be during the quarantine era of COVID-19. So thanks for letting me stop in. Thanks for letting me show you the lunge matrix, and have a great day.